We got us a banger. Let me set this up here. We got us a banger, guys. Listen, you know how we do it here? We got us a standoff. We got police policing the police. We have some disagreements here. And the police, let's put it this way, are tired. The police are tired of the police. Now, can we make this up? The police are tired of the police. So listen, I'm sharing this with Make the Deal, my friend, my buddy, whom I support and does a great job. Let's join in what he's doing here.
Career training man's best friend to be man's worst enemy.
A case of alleged mistaken identity by a Gary police dog. Now, this video is grainy, but according to the father of five, the attack was vicious. A man in Galveston is demanding the UTMB Police Department be held accountable after he says officers sicked a canine on him in a case of mistaken identity. They thought he was an escaped inmate when he was actually a patient who had just been treated.
This is video from a surveillance camera outside of UTMB Hospital in Galveston. Jeremy Cummins, who you see walking here, has just been released from the hospital. As he's leaving, UTMB police pull up. They believe Cummins is an escaped inmate.
He's telling them, I am not an escaped inmate.
But officers continue to pursue him. Then they release the canine. Jeremy Cummins says he knew the worst thing he could do is run.
Everybody knows that if you're an escaped inmate, they got the right to shoot you on sight.
A man is in his kitchen when police burst in and their dog goes on the attack. They were looking for two burglars, but not him.
Pretty disturbing.
And if karma has any claim or stake in the realm of humanity and any power to exert on this plane, I think it just happened to Mr. Zink.
So, yeah, that's karma. Mr. Zink sicks his dog. I wonder how many people got hurt because Mr. Zink just thought, hey, you know what? It'd be pretty cool to let my dog bite someone for a little while. I've actually heard many police officers say, dang it, she didn't even get to bite him. Why didn't you, and actually tell the officer, why didn't you let her get her, her teeth on him? They're not supposed to, unless it's really, really bad. Because if you've ever been bit by a dog, it hurts bad. It's not like a knife cuts through, a knife kind of just, it's like a needle, goes in and out. Dog's teeth puncture the skin. So doesn't go in easy. It's just power. But karma, I heard, shows up in this video.
Off-duty Florence police officer is dead, shot and killed by 4 Boone County deputies last night. The shooting followed a standoff at the home of 37-year-old Dustin Zink, who...
Now, keep in mind, the standoff was at his home. This is going to be very important as we move along in this story.
Was a K-9 officer at Florence PD. Zink was rushed to St. Elizabeth Edgewood, but did not make it.
Dwayne, unfortunately, the details are a little vague, but what should have been a festive evening in Oak Brook took a dark turn around 10 o'clock, 10:30. It's normal to hear fireworks on July 3rd, but the sounds from Lely Court were different, and it sent dozens of families back into their homes. What happened next comes to us from neighbors and Kentucky State Police.
So it was gunfire at his home prior to July 4th, where a lot of people were confusing it with fireworks. And why is the story vague? Is the story vague because it involved a...
Oh, so if you notice, the reason I wanted to pick this up, because it's not on body cam yet. In other words, nobody has it yet. Let's make a deal. found this video at their hometown and have some pretty good footage. And so, but the police don't want people to have it. Dirty, dirty, dirty police. Always trying to hide something. Let me tell you. One police got caught riding dirty. Catch you riding dirty. Catch you riding dirty. Catch you riding dirty. Tape is out. Video's out a little bit, I guess. Always trying to hide their dirt, man.
Law enforcement
There we
officer
go.
confronting other law enforcement officers? Is there body cam evidence to verify and validate everything law enforcement is saying in public? We're going to review the law enforcement. We're going to review the Florence Police Department's public Facebook statement here in a second. And the only reason I believe any of this information is even leaking out is because some of the neighbors are talking.
You're getting ready to light up some fireworks.
Good old
and
citizens.
my kids come out, my wife come out of the house, and they were wondering who it.
Come on, give it to the citizens. Give it to the citizens, man. We're tired. We the people, we're tired, man. We're tired.
Shooting gunshots.
KSP says Boone County deputies got a domestic violence call involving shots fired at a cul-de-sac off Thunder Ridge Drive. They found Dustin Zink armed and threatening harm to others and to himself.
A domestic violence call pertaining to a sworn law enforcement officer? Imagine my surprise. And people call us crazy when we cite the FBI crime statistic that law enforcement and people in law enforcement are 40% more likely to be domestic abusers than the rest of the population. And they're the ones with the badges and the unbridled authority to make our lives hell. Yeah, this is our reality.
KSP says officers tried to negotiate with Zink as Ray Reyna and his family hid behind a car in their garage. Reyna's Ring doorbell cam captures some of the commotion. KSP says Zink fired his weapon multiple times and 4 deputies returned fire.
Imagine that. The free market releases what little video footage they have, but the guys who are constantly trying to impress upon us that they love transparency have released no evidence.
They immediately...
Oh, he's so right. We here at the police station just want all citizens to know here in Montgomery or here in downtown New York, we just want to let y'all know here in Tennessee or up on the upstate of New York that we believe in transparency. We believe in releasing everything and letting you people know just we're trying to do the right thing. People want to say that we're not, but listen, we have no reason to be hiding anything. We got everything on the up and up. Our officers are always, they never lie. They always tell the truth. So help us God. God knows that we do our best here in Montgomery, or here in New York and Chicago, here in Oregon, all over the American states. We just want to let you know that we police officers always try to do the right thing. When that's you, and protect these people here in our city and here in our towns. We want to just protect them. Why? Because we believe in the what we believe in. What we believe in, guys. Well, we believe in we believe in oh wait a minute. I know we believe in the blue. We believe in the blue line. Yeah, the blue line. The blue line. We protect the blue line.
rendered medical aid until the ambulance arrived, but Zink would ultimately die at the hospital just before midnight. When dawn broke, neighbors found a Hyundai in the driveway shot full of holes from the windows to the tires. A whole day after the incident, and the cars are still here on the...
Wait a minute, they still got these cars and everything there, and they got boo holes all over that dang house. How? That must be from him. Our police officers did not shoot at that house. Our police officers did not say anything. We tried to do it peacefully. We walked up there policefully, not peacefully, but policefully. And things just didn't go the way we really wanted it. And we are sad about that. So sad about that. It's not what we wanted. We wanted to just let him know that man, he can come on back, be friends, just tell the truth, nothing but the truth. So help us God, protect that blue line. That's all we wanted. Unfortunately, he didn't do that.
Driveway covered with blue tarp. The flattened tires are still sticking out from under the Hyundai. And still sitting here on the street is Officer Zink's take-home car, featuring the canine label and the name of his sidekick, Ados. Those who knew the Zink family were in complete shock.
I asked him if he's off. He said he was off till Wednesday, and they were going swimming Friday. So it didn't seem like nothing wrong then. You know, they would message to see if my daughter would go and play with his little girl. It's devastating, and I feel bad for the family and the kids. So it's tragic.
Officer Zink completed basic training in 2017, according to Florence PD, and was paired with his canine shortly after. Florence police.
So he's been a canine cop for 8 or 9 years, roughly.
Did send us.
So I want to say this, it's a sad thing, man. Mental health of these police officers is a sad thing. We try to tell that there's police officers that need help. When a man is beaten on a civilian, after a while, that does something to your psyche. Year in and year out, that you're fighting. You start finding yourself fighting society, where you can't get along with your fellow man because of something that you put on, something that you believe in. In fact, it starts off that you're going to be a police officer, you're going to be a hero, you're going to protect the people, and it turns into you have to back the blue line. You got to, if you are a good cop and you start off good, they turn you dirty. Why? Because you have to be silent. You got to play the silent game. If you got a dirty cop, you got to support that dirty cop. And after a while, guess what? You're just going to start doing dirty things. I don't care what anybody says. That works on the psyche of any man. That you think you fighting, you think you joined for one reason, come to find out that all you are fighting for is that blue line and keeping people out of jail, your co-workers out of jail. You're fighting to keep people innocent when they're actually committing murders, and then you go home with that. It does something to your psyche. Listen, somebody needs to hear what I'm saying. These police officers are not just flipping their lids, beating their wives, drinking their lives away. It's because of the guilt, it's because of the pain, and it's because of the craziness that they end up being part of. And let me tell you something, man. God don't like ugly, and God will turn you over to ugly. And the minute you start looking ugly yourself, your wife don't recognize you, your friends don't recognize you, God don't recognize you, most of all, and you're all alone. And they flip their lids. That's the way it goes.
How many lives has he destroyed using that canine in the last 8 or 9 years? How many people are sitting behind bars, innocent people who had done no wrong, who committed no crime, left no victim, harmed no one, threatened no one, stolen no property? How many innocent victims are behind bars because of Officer Zink?
Statement saying in part, quote, he dedicated his career to protecting our community with honor, integrity, and compassion, leaving a lasting impact on fellow officers and the citizens he served.
Yeah.
Let me just go ahead and read you the full statement from the Florence Police Department. Although Dustin was off duty at the time of this tragic incident, remember, he wasn't acting as a police officer here, but he has the same police officer mentality. His commitment to serving others extended far beyond the uniform. His dedicated career to protecting our community with honor, by terrorizing them, by implicating them for crimes that they didn't commit, integrity and compassion, leaving a lasting impact on the fellow officers and the citizens he served. Because protecting and serving the crap out of you is exactly what the profession is all about.
So really what happened here, see what he's trying to do, let me give you the Hebrew and Greek on this. See, basically, he was just drinking too much, didn't like people no more, got tired of the citizens that are always calling him out, trying to hold him accountable, talking about the Fourth Amendment, First Amendment, all that junk, Get tired of dealing with all these American people, man, with all these rights. I'm a police officer, and you need to listen to what I got to say. And if you don't listen, you don't obey, I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna put you where I'll put those handcuffs on you, and I'm gonna put you in jail. And when that don't work, well, you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and throw you to the ground, beat you a few times, and let them know that you just slipped and fell. And you know what? When I go home, that woman better listen, because everybody else got to listen, so she got to fall in line too. If she don't fall in line, she going to get the same thing. She can get the handcuffs, what she like. She likes those handcuffs. Secondly, she will get her ass, her boo 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 boo. And when that don't work, well, I might just go ahead and pull a gun out. That's just the way we do it around here. Blue line. Don't ever cross that blue line. Don't ever cross it. You hear me, boy?
While we cannot comment on the circumstances of this investigation, we believe one moment does not define a person. As long as you're a thin blue line gang member, if you're a law enforcement agent, one bad decision doesn't define your entire life. But if we catch you with 5 grams of MJ, your life is over.
Yep.
If you don't activate your turn signal when we think
Tell
you
it,
should,
Big Bob
your
Jones.
rights are done
Billy
until
Bob
our
Jones.
traffic stop is complete. Until you pay the extortion fee of the state and get your registration renewed. We reserve the right to harass you and hold you hostage
That's
and
right.
kidnap you and throw you into a cage until that can be rectified.
That's
But
right, Billy Bob.
just protection and service, These people are sick and they're psychopathic.
It goes on to say the entire department is grieving alongside Zink's family and loved ones.
Grieving? He was firing shots at you. He was trying to kill you. He
He
hated your
was
guts.
grieving.
What are you grieving for?
He
Well,
was
old
grieving.
Dustin just had a momentary lapse of reason. He was just experiencing a temporary mental breakdown. Maybe his guilty conscience was catching up to him. And the weight of it was so immense he couldn't take it anymore, and he was snapping because he realizes he's been living as
listening
a
to my
domestic
station.
terrorist on American soil, violating his oath and violating the rights and lives of the people he claims to be protecting and serving, or claimed to be protecting and serving.
All right, Daniel,
Now that's just about as American as you can get. Right there. You catch me on and off there, boy, you're going to pay the price. Here at the blue line, you don't cross it. You don't question it. You just do what the blue line tells you to do. And if you don't do it, boy, you're going to get ran over. You're going to go to jail, but you don't want to disturb me. Because if I got to tell you twice, the third time, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it, boy. And they caught me on an off day.
The state police is investigating the shooting, which is standard procedure for all officer-involved shooting.
Don't worry, we'll investigate ourselves, we'll sort out the details, and rest assured, we'll tell you the truth about the entire matter. Meanwhile, somebody set up a GoFundMe for Dustin Zink's family that has already raised over $24,000. Imagine that, $24,000 for the family of what some would view as a domestic road pirate. Here's part of what that says right here. Law enforcement is more than a profession. It's a calling. It's a life of sacrifice, service, courage, and commitment. You gonna tell me that the Uvalde officers exercised with courage, sacrifice, service, and commitment? Are you gonna...
Now, these boys now, I just got to say one thing with my friend here, Billy Bob Jones, yeah. Let's make a deal. I like the man. The man knows what he's talking about. Now, when you look at these 4 guys here, They will jump on you, beat you, shock you, kick you, armbar you, put you in a headlock, put their knee on the back of your neck until you can't breathe, boy. But when it comes down to one gunman, just one simple gunman, killing children, they don't know what to do. They got guns, but they don't know what to do. They're used to just having all the force. They're just used to having somebody at their mercies. But when one man has a weapon and he can stand up for what he wants to believe, these boys ain't judging. They're going to hide. They're going to squint. They're going to squirm. And they're going to, which one's going to go to the front first? Because I ain't going first. I ain't going first either, Billy. You go. You're the sergeant. No, I'm not sergeant now. No, that's just, you know who I am. I'm not on to that leadership thing. You go first, boy. No, I'm not going first, Billy. I just started this job. I want to go home too, Billy, just like you want to go home. Heck, man, when we get that SWAT team here? Well, I mean, time SWAT team comes here, Billy, no, children be killed already. Well, I don't know what to say about that, Billy Bob. I don't know if I signed up for all this. That's basically what they did. They sat around for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and talked about it.
Really look at me with a straight face and say that? As a law enforcement wife, I've witnessed firsthand the burdens our officers carry every single day. They miss birthdays, holidays, anniversaries, family gatherings, and countless milestones. Why? Because they have chosen to answer a greater call. A greater call than your family? A greater call than your wife? A greater call than your kids? Protecting our communities. A greater call, which is actually a bold-faced lie. It's an observable, objective fact that law enforcement is not out there protecting our communities.
So as you know, Billy Bob's telling us what we already know. Let's make a deal. You got one, man. I'm there and I'm with you. But these boys in the blue, I tell you, man, there's some things that got to change around this camp. And I just want to let y'all know, man, that God willing, I do want to send my regrets, and I want to send my condolences to the family, though. To the wife and kids, y'all didn't deserve none of this. And I mean that sincerely. Sincerely, man. You didn't need none of this. Now, to all the boys in the blue that shot this man, that called him a friend, oh, you had to go by the book. I know. Yeah, you had to follow the book. He turned into the enemy. That blue line, he crossed that blue line. Even though he worked with you and drank coffee with you and shared family photos with you and talked about all their vacations together. In fact, some of y'all maybe even went on vacation together. But none of that mattered, because that night you had to do your job. And your job was to make sure you go home. Maybe not him, but you. Instead of maybe reaching out and just being a friend, walk over to the door without a gun and hugging the man, saying, let's just pray, my brother. Nah, we just pulled out our rifles, lined up in the front of the house, and we did what the blue line does. You cross the blue line, it's the end of the road. And to all those that have lost their lives to the blue line, my heart goes out. 110%, my heart goes out, my heart grieves for so many innocent children and families, husbands that have been lost, kids and wives and children, teenagers lost at the hands of these evil men that will uphold not the Constitution of the United States, but the blue line. They will kill their own if it comes down to it. Roger out. I love y'all. This is Rev. and I'm just reacting. That's all. I reacted.